All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to One to Go Studios coverage of Area iRacing in the CNC Truck Series here from the virtual Darlington Raceway in Darlington, South Carolina. This is the track that is one of the oldest super speedways. Darlington Raceway is in South Carolina. The lady in black, or the granddaddy of them all. Call it what you will. The Darlington is always one thing, a challenge. This unique mile and a third egg-shaped oval has well earned the nickname, the track too tough to tame. Tonight, we have currently 29 trucks out here attempting to take on Lady in Black. This track has seen a lot of action through the years. It was the original super speedway. It's still in operation. Back to 2 races a year now, and this track has flip-flopped. What is now the front stretch was the back stretch in the original configuration. As we're looking down on the blimp side, you can see on the left side of the track, which is the back stretch, is the major highway that feeds this track, and then the grandstands off of the front stretch on the other side. And then once we get it wrapped around turn number 4, you'll see the minnow pond that created the issue that Darlington had in not making the track completely the same, both turns 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. That's what makes this track unique, is the style of raceway. You really can't get comfortable in both sides of the track. You pick one and hold on the other side. This is the throwback race for us today. But while we're doing that, let's see, if you weren't here last week, let's see what you missed.
Here we go. Green flag getting ready to drop. The man's about to wave like his arm's going to fall off, and there we go. Ryan Hart's with a huge jump from the line. And when you're out in front like that, it's pretty easy, ain't it?
Still in the front, in that driver's seat, Ryan Hart's looking really good up front. Got Eric Wineland not yet leading a lap. Oh, caution now does fly.
Oh, wow.
So we're going to have to restack this.
Here we go. Here we go. Now you get your microphone on, get your track shoes on. Let's see what went on. Does look like that is going to be the case. And Shane Wolf will lead that lap.
Yep, that's the first driver on the actual
yellow is out.
Yellow flag. He just got it too.
Oh, look at him go.
Lots of contact on the front straight.
Oh, he's going to go ahead and go up and touch.
Retaliation there.
Is that Vern Hawkins? It is Vern Hawkins.
Man, that was like they rubbed each other at least 3-4 times.
Then he finds the wall.
'74.
Now the 14 of Vern Hawkins. 14 of Vern Hawkins on the back. There he goes again.
Oh yeah.
Whoa! Bam!
Oh,
that time he's gonna go over.
Yeah, they were rubbing fenders all the time, man. At least the whole lap they were doing that.
Fambro with a block and a slide.
It was Wineland.
Wineland to the inside at 3, looking below him.
3 wide at the line.
White flag out. 1 to go from One to Go Studios. This is an official race. Have at it,
Look
guys.
Look at the 9.
First one coming across the line gets that flag. The 3 now takes the lead.
That 9 truck is also playing a factor. Where did Irvin come from? He came out of nowhere.
Wow.
Oh man.
Turn.
Oh, there they go.
The 3, the 9 stay together.
Oh, they're wrecking hard.
Ryan Hart takes the lead with that contact.
Oh, look
there.
at the 9 outside line. Irvin's gonna steal it.
Oh,
I think.
No. Ryan Hart holds.
Oh, he did. Oh, wow.
Irvin and Hallman. Well, man, last lap takes out like 7 cars.
Wow.
All right, that's what you missed last week if you weren't with us. But we are about 5 minutes left in practice. It'll give us time to check out tonight's special event, which is the Throwback Series. Let's check the cars out on the racetrack, and you let me know which one you think is the best. There is the old 3, which Ryan Hart's is in, the Good Wrench 3. Was that the Brad Slaughter supporting the 81 Flame here. Looking truck there. Number 21 of Eric Wineland, looking the Caterpillar design. Cameron Hearns look like he's running his normal run for tonight. CNC Logging Elite. Justin Anasogak is in at 19 tonight. Danny Ware, 18 Roderick Designs. Pierce Moffitt down there in the D's Nuts. Paul Urban in the number 9. The Napa in now the Elite look. All right, we got our current contest up. What team will win tonight? You have a choice of Peak, Transcendent, Darnell, Elwood, JBR, DWR, Elite, or non-team. You can go up to 400 points today. Elwood bets 100 on the Elwood team. And JBR, Jacob Bell, 250 tonight. Wow. He's got them extra points from last night. That's probably where that came from. It's Tyler Hallman. Our cores for Colin Fambro. Kaneda. AJ Roderick's paint, 56. Hunter Coyer, Peak Racing. That's the Ricky Bobby Wonder red car. Interesting here, the number 5 of Garrett Grant. Rick's Hot Sauce 77 for Jacob Bell. A throwback style on that. 12 of Lissenberger. Robert Beckner, I believe he was in the watermelon truck. Crocker's still in his blue. Got Shane Wolf in a throwback 31. Jeremy Horn still in his 01 ride. Bobby Tinch. There's Nolan Neiman. And he's got his 15 here. Matt Cochran in number 4. Cliff Mullins coming down right now. And Cooey sporting the old DuPont colors with a little bit of change design there. And Logan Hartman in the 51. Another one of the Ricky Bobby throwbacks. That Cougar design. About a minute left in practice. All right, so if you're watching, you can get in there and on the action and betting your channel points. You can look at your points by exclamation points, see where you are on the leaderboard, how many points you have, and you do exclamation point store, and that'll show you what's available for purchase once you get the points up. A little bit like the skee ball tickets there.
Harold, can you hear us now?
I hear Ken Kushwa is in the building.
Oh, my goodness. I don't know how I got in the building at this point.
Well, just in time for qualifying.
Woohoo!
So, Ken Kushwa in the house, bringing the Sasquatch with him, I'm sure.
Oh,
somebody went into orbit. The
Wow.
18 Danny Ware went into orbit.
I missed that.
Yeah.
It froze just as you said, wow, somebody went into orbit.
Yeah, he went into orbit.
Well, I'm at a disadvantage tonight, folks, so I'm going to hang in there with me and we'll see what happens. But it's not.
We lost your audio there, Ken, on that. But Cameron
Am I
Hearns
back yet?
Now you are.
This is crazy. Absolutely insane.
And it's cutting in a little bit. But yep, Cameron Hearn out on the racetrack right now, getting his laps in. Had a pretty weird night last night here. He was doing pretty well and ended up, Cameron did get, I believe, second last night. But at one point, I thought he was completely done. He had been got T-boned late in the race and looked to me like his car was destroyed, but he was able to bring it home in a podium finish.
Sounds like there's still a bounty on his head.
Well, he bounty or not, he got a top 3. So, but Hartz was just too hard to keep ahead of. And yeah, wow, Pierce Moffitt up into the wall here. This track is very difficult. If you haven't been here at Darlington, the egg shape is a big issue, as well as the fact that it's deceptively wide. You can't use anything below the dotted white lines that you'll see on the racetrack, so it looks like maybe like 6. So deceptively wide, but you can see that Matt Cochran is out here. He told me that it's a tribute to his brother, who rode these 3 colors on his stock cars. And from Carlton, Georgia. And it's that's good. All right, so Cochran out on, or Corcoran, sorry. My bad there, Mr. 22. Get out there, getting his laps in on from New York. Cameron Hearn fastest on the leaderboard right at the moment with a 29.201. And Cameron was the fastest car last season when we got here, 29.210. So he's beaten his own track record already. So we got some other drivers out. Ryan Hartz, winner of last night's race, is in the Dale Senior 3 in the Goodwrench black and black, red, white car that we're all familiar with. We'll see what Hartz does for his last about 6.5 minutes left of qualification time. And then we'll get into the actual racing. They have 4 tire sets, so 3 plus what's on their car. 110 laps, almost half the distance of what we did last night. We did 200 laps last night, and it became the first 2-hour race in area history. So. Number 3 coming down to a stop there. Going to re-download some of the paints because some drivers saying that they changed them up a little bit. So we'll see who else is out. We got Danny Ware, Tyler Hallman coming to a slow, Colin Fambrough out on the racetrack. So, all right, I think we got the Sasquatch back.
Yeah, I've been hiding in the woods for way too long. I am in West Virginia, so I guess that technically would be, Sasquatch country.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You went to go find him.
I did. I wanted to see him this weekend, just to see how he's doing. That's a good looking. By the way, that Coors paint scheme is a good looking paint scheme.
Quite a few good paint schemes that we got. Not as many as last night. Last night, I think almost every driver had. There were like maybe 1 or 2 that did not participate in the throwback. Here we got about half. So,
Well, it's hard, Harold. Who are you going to throw on a truck? I mean, you know.
well, I think young Beckner went back to the watermelons.
That's awesome, because that is a throwback of epic proportion.
So, throwback to himself, I guess.
That's okay. That's okay. That's what we need.
But Fambro's out here. Cameron Hearn on top of the leaderboard. Fambro in the second spot. Justin Anasogax, the Eskimo, putting himself up on the leaderboard in the third spot.
Yeah, the Alaskan Assassin. That's good stuff. The Moose Killer himself.
And speaking of Sasquatches, we did get them sent out today. And they are heavier than the post office says for a traditional stamp.
Oh, poop.
So they're a little over $1 a piece to send out, but that's okay. We'll get them out to you guys. So you should be seeing them soon. So I'm looking forward to seeing pictures with the Sasquatch coin in your hand.
And they better appreciate them if you're spending that much to send them out, Harold. Oh, here we go. Travis Beckner. The watermelons are back. Yes. Sweet. And to all the Beckner clan that I know is currently watching and cleaning airplanes at this time, it is so nice to have the watermelons back out on the track. Although he's going to have to start all over again, isn't he?
I think he is. So Mr. Brad Slaughter is bringing his Tundra around.
What did Brad do this week?
He started parked yesterday.
He did. Oh, look at the paint scheme.
Kind of strange of him to do that, but he did.
He just wanted to be here tonight. That's all it is. That's all.
Like I said, was a very interesting night last night, but it was good. It was a good night. It just a lot of laps, 200 laps. Like I said, it became the first race that was over 2 hours long. Our broadcasts include, the time for like 10 minutes of practice, 10 minutes of qualifying, plus the race. So those have gone over 2 hours before, but this was the first race that surpassed the 2 hour mark. So,
well, there goes the human baby oil missile.
Yeah.
AJ Roderick laying a lap down on the track.
So Beckner's clan out there says that he was actually going to go with the old one, the old Ross's melons, but they couldn't get the paint finished for tonight. So it's not the one that he wanted to go with, but he'll go with it.
That's fine. Listen, I'm just happy that the watermelons have returned. That's all I care about. I mean, that was his thing. That was his signature.
Yeah.
And with Liam sitting next to me, he needed to see the watermelons tonight. So, isn't that right, Liam?
Yeah.
There you go.
All right. There's Eric Wineland and his throwback. So we'll get with him since he's our in-car guy.
I was going to say, let's see a little in-car action on the wine. Oh, there's that face of happiness and joy. You go, Eric Wineland. You're so intense.
Wearing stars and bars on his head. Look at that.
Ah, that's beautiful.
Like the helmet.
Well, yeah, I like it.
And that's
a big rear view mirror, too, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Shoo. Oh, he said sassafras.
Well, what's really nice, he didn't like where he was because he didn't dethrone Cameron. That's what he's upset about.
I know, but he did. He gave it a good shot, 7/100s. That's ain't nothing to sneeze about.
Yeah. But we noticed yesterday in our in-car with David Weishart, like I told you this before, that iRacing usually does not allow you to see the RPMs, braking, or gears of the driver when you're in the watching mode, which is what we do with the broadcasting. But the Gen 7 car, you see it all. The whole dashboard is live.
That's awesome.
So last night we were actually seeing that he was shifting, Mr. Weishart was.
Really? Okay.
So just like the big boys, they were, and it was like life imitates art or vice versa. The simulation definitely did the same as what the boys did in the real world, because it was a race of attrition, just like the real guys. So it was pretty interesting. All right, so grid time. I'll let you start this off.
Grid time.
You start us off.
I can. All right, well, inside of row one and on the pole, Mr. Cameron Hearn in the 67, Eric Wineland in the 21 on the outside. Colin Fambro sitting there in the 54, with Mr. Martin on the outside of him. Justin, the Alaskan Assassin, Anasogok on the inside of row 3. Collier on the outside in 98, the Island Boy. Tyler Hallman, 42 on the inside of row 4. Moffitt on the outside in 41. And then James Shane Wolf in the 31. And Danny Ware, the Rocket Man, tonight in the 18.
All right, so we've got in row number 6, Roderick and Grant. Row number 7 is Swervin Irvin and Mr. Corcoran. Cliff Mullins and Travis Beckner in row number 8. Row 9, Caleb Steimer and Matt Cochran. James Lissenberg and Matt Tinch, Bobby Tinch are in row number 10.
That's okay. All right, the Hare Hartman and 51 truck on the inside. Brad Slaughter in the 81 on the outside. Mr. Hartz on the inside of row, well, that's a surprise, row 12. Jacob, the Captain Bell on the outside there. Horn on the inside in row 1 of 13. Nolan Neiman in the 15. Canada in the 97 on the inside of 14. Buds on the outside. And Mr. Coey's bringing up the rear in his beautiful DuPont paint scheme. All right, 29 trucks. Is that what we got, Harold?
29 trucks with Mullins not on the grid currently in that 37. So let's see. Actually is there.
He's there.
It's weird how it's showing gray on my screen. So usually it means they're not there. But
I am showing. Maybe he's getting the wax. Maybe he's getting his trucks waxed before he takes off.
There he goes. Now he's up.
See, there you go. You just had to wait. All right.
Oh, I did not get looking at our points because I was working with you. Points. Playoff pitcher. Hearn, Shane Wolf, Giglio, and Hartz are locked in. Irvin, Slaughter, Hallman, Fambro, Ware, and Cochran are all still in. And then it starts to get really thin from the 10th spot to the cut line. And then Garrett Grant and Sogok and Jacob Bell. So it's all from 10th to 15th, pretty tight quarters. Then A.J. Roderick, Will Witt, Hunter Collier, Pierce Moffitt, and Travis Beckner. Showing to the truck in the team standings, Elite Gaming leads the way over Elwood Designs and David Weishart Racing, Jacob Bell. So the top 3 pretty close, and then the bottom 4 pretty close, JBR, Transcendent, Darnell, and Peak. So,
well, according to Darnell Racing, they're thinking tonight might be a good night for them, so maybe they'll move up a few points tonight.
Well, here we go. And you see that sun out. It'll be coming down, though. Because it's already, 6:30 here in South Carolina.
I'm glad I brought my sunglasses, Harold, so I can watch this and not get sun glare myself. Cameron Hearn jumps out into the lead as they come around out of turn 2. So far, so good. Nobody's gotten their stripe yet. And he'll lead them down into 3 and 4 as well. Liam's really talking a lot, isn't he, Harold? He's just filling up the microphone.
Yeah, he definitely is. So, if you have not betted on the team, you still have, they're still accepting them currently. So, Mr. Brad's grandfather, Mr. Barker, has checked in.
Hello, sir.
So, Hearn, Wineland, Martin, Fambro, and Justin Anasogok, the top 5 at the end of lap 1.
So, Harold, I've noticed a trend over the last 2 races with Mr. Wineland there in second. He's having a tendency to run a lot harder early on. Used to be he would sit back, kind of use his tires gently, so to speak, kind of watch his fuel. But the last 2 weeks, he's been up there trying to get a little action, little camera time, let's call it.
Yep. So let's look at the weather currently here at LineXTravelWorld.com for the Southern 110. Partly cloudy skies, air temperature 77, track at 83, warmer than it was yesterday, relative is 72, and the winds are out of the southwest at 4 miles per hour.
I tell you what, I wouldn't mind being at the track right now.
With that temperature, sure.
That's beautiful, isn't it?
But it wasn't like that on Sunday. It's cold.
Yeah, I saw our buddy Milk Dud was all covered up in his photographs.
And Cameron was there.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, he lives right by. Not too far. Him and his son went to see the race on Sunday.
That's awesome.
So, got that heavy sun showing up as we're coming across the stripe there to end numbers 4. So 4 to 110.
That was a good view, though, real quick there. You kind of see how turn 4 kind of reaches out to the guys. And we'll watch Cameron. Whoa, Cameron's back end got a little happy, a little squirrely, but watch as he goes. He'll go down into 3. Actually, he'll stay high. But you'll see turn 4 is notorious for reaching out right about there.
Yep.
And if your car is not feeling it, you're going to be feeling it because you'll hit the wall.
As you see the dotted lines as we're going up the track, you can't get any lower than that because it's flat. You lose the banking at the dotted line, so it's a very wide racetrack. Matter of fact, we had yesterday a lot of issues with the car spinning below the dotted white line and not bringing out the caution.
I got to tell you, this is a heck of a view. Liam and I are sitting here looking at the battery pack there. Yeah. That's pretty authentic right there. Sorry, drinking.
So Cameron with a 1.5 second lead over Eric Wineland.
He is definitely not wasting any time.
And now
jumping out.
The polls are closed for tonight with the which team is gonna win. And I saw you went with Transcendent, and I went with Elite, which is Cameron's team.
You're about to lose me, so hang on. Okay, I'm back.
Okay. Psych.
I switched over to something. That was not a good thing. So.
Oh, no. All right. So continuing here, as we got these guys running, Cameron Hearn's still running sub 30s. And a lot of the guys towards the back are running in 30 seconds at this point.
He's got an impressive truck tonight.
This is definitely going to be a track that you got to decide when to pit to get the most out of what you can do with the set of tires. So that's going to be different between any of the drivers. Like I said yesterday in yesterday's broadcast, my first hardcore league, which was my first big league that I raced in, I had a win here by staying out an additional, I skipped a pit cycle.
Oh.
And so I basically double stinted and stayed out. They were coming. They're about 2.5 seconds left.
A double stinter.
But
I love it.
The way this track is designed and how you got to get on and off a pit lane, I basically put them down almost 3 laps.
Wow.
During a pit cycle. So, and yeah, that was the older car too, the way before the car tomorrow even. So you had to go back to Gen 4, Gen 5. Yeah, so a lot different. And, but yes, I was screaming for tires, hoping nothing would blow because back then the tire would detonate. And my tires were screaming because my crew chief kept yelling at me that your tires are going down. We were able to finish, and the guy who was in second place was just coming out of 4, so about a 3-second lead, I think, is what I had at the end. And they were not happy.
Well, I would imagine not, Harold.
But there's no way I could beat those guys. They were very quick. That was the group before I started racing with the NASCAR guys, so. All right, so 12 laps have been completed, so.
A lot of trucks are still running some great times right now as well, including, of course, Cameron Hearn in the lead. But there's a couple other trucks. Eric has not been far off of him, but that first jump really got Cameron out there. So Eric's kind of playing catch up, and that's kind of hard when you have clean air out front like he does.
Yeah, we're already a second off of our fastest pace lap. So. Cameron just there 30.3, almost a full second behind his best lap. So tires are falling off quickly, and that's the thing we got to keep an eye on. But that's what I say it is you can go. I think what I remembered here, I said about 60 laps. I said tonight.
So gas is 52 to 58 on laps. Yeah. But your tires may dictate something else.
Correct. I just don't anticipate anybody trying to go a full fuel run. Because they're going to want to divvy up this thing. If I'm a crew chief here, I want to save a set. So we have 3 sets in the pits. So that means I want to break this thing in thirds. So
Yep.
the golden is 40 laps. So 40, 80 in the finish. And then I have a set left to use. That's what I'm thinking these guys are thinking. The guys that are trying to be the fastest, that is.
You got to assume, though, someone's going to try to either stretch it out or cut it in quarters and just use all their tires as it goes. But someone's going to try to do something with strategy probably that we never even could imagine or predict.
True. And then you also have the fact that a strategy could be that somebody, and this is team racing, and you might have a guy, if a caution comes out during the pit cycles, you might have a guy stay out just to trap people down.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And we've seen it before. They attempted it last week, as a matter of fact, but this is a smaller group. We're only running 29 trucks right now, and with only 29 trucks, you get caught down a lap or two, you're going to have a hard time getting back in there. There you see Cameron taking it down a little bit deeper out of 2 down the backstretch, and then he's going to probably stay high up on 3 and 4, and he does.
Let's kind of like let the camera guys look around here and see if we can find anything else for us. Looking for battles out here. Got a big group back here. Look at that.
Yeah, that's a nice little pack.
It's same thing we saw yesterday. The high groove is pretty much all that's offered right now in the beginning of the race, but it gets a little bit racier as the more rubber gets put down. iRacing's done a really good job of having the dynamic rubber being laid down and changing the way the track grips. So you could see that. Whoa, somebody, 2 guys around on the backstretch.
I'm guessing we're going to get a yeller flag here in just a moment.
Maybe not, because yesterday we did not see that, and it was Danny Ware was one of those cars, and he's spinning around, brings it up.
Spinning around, yeah.
Yeah, no caution.
How about that?
But it's below that racing line as far as iRacing says, and therefore, no caution. Cameron catching up to lap our first driver. That's Logan Hartman.
Yep.
And he's in that Ricky Bobby Cougar paint.
Love the Ricky Bobby Cougar paint. You got to admit, that's pretty sweet. It's not making him faster, Harold.
Yeah.
I think he needs a Sasquatch. That'll make him faster.
Yeah. Now, one car that is missing today, well, 2 cars. Yesterday we had all of them. We had the Ricky Bobby Clown car. We had the Wonder Bread. We had the Perrier one and the Cougar. So they were all out here yesterday.
The Cougar one's great. I'm not sure who did Logan's paint scheme, but I like it a lot.
So it looks like we're missing the Perrier and the
Wonder Bread,
car.
right?
No, the Wonder Bread is out here.
Oh, is it? Okay.
I'm trying to remember who is in it. But he is out here. Let's find it though. Because I remember seeing it. There it is. The Hunter Collier.
Oh, the Island Boy. Yeah, man.
There he is.
Driving the Wonder Bread.
Yeah. You know, a little change to the peak, but that's what they were doing before. But that is the design. And there's Hartz in 11th. That unusual for him to be that far back in the field.
Well, but again, Hartz he didn't have a great, I don't even think he had a great qualifying. He started way back. Now, the good news is, of course, there's only 29 trucks, so starting way back. Is that Danny Ware coming in?
Yep. Ooh, lots of damage on that car.
How come you didn't tell us he was going in there, Liam? Why are we paying Liam, Harold?
I don't know.
I don't either.
I blinked for 1 second, and that was when the first accident happened.
Oh, he blinked. Oh, so that's the problem.
He blinked. You cannot blink in racing.
You're not allowed to blink,
No.
Liam. You got to keep your eyes glued to the action.
Could you imagine him in the pits in Dover if he blinked? Gee, he'd miss half the
He'd
race.
miss everything.
Exactly.
That's right.
We had our eyes glued open for that. It looks like smoke in front
I
of
see
Cameron
smoke
Hurd,
again, yeah.
That's probably entry to pit lane with some hard braking, maybe. We'll see.
Maybe. Or
this is
maybe
a very difficult,
it is Darlington.
Yeah, this is a very difficult track to get onto pit lane. You pretty much, the way I always have done this one, I drop, somebody's smoking.
There's
That's
the
what that
smoking.
is. Smoking is what that is.
A lot. A lot.
That's the 23 of Caleb Steimer, and that's going to be an expired race car. Well, I was saying here, the way you get on pit lane here, I don't even go up on the banking in 3. I just stay it on the apron and bring it all the way around. A lot of guys, they'll try it. They'll get all the way up into turn 4, about midway, and then they'll cut it hard down, and that's how you can miss the pits. I've seen it happen last night quite a bit.
So was Caleb Steimer a part of the Danny Ware dancing moves in the back?
It looks like Caleb Steimer, looks like he got him a heck of a Darlington stripe.
Yeah, I saw the front hood was pretty smacked up. So
he hit turn 4 with the head of steam, and that's what it does. It can take that engine. He might be able to tell us something else, but I don't have it showing me anything right at the moment. So we're still green here. So
green is good.
Cameron's sliding, as we were told by his teammate, the Muffin Man, that Cameron likes to put that right rear out there to warm it up, to heat it up early to get the car more balanced.
Interesting.
So that might be on purpose that he's crabbing it around the corners.
Crabbing it. I like it. Hey, Liam, have you shared that you're on live yet?
No.
Have you told your fan club or anything like that?
His compadres.
Your followers?
I posted them on Snapchat.
Oh,
Snapchat.
He Snapchatted. Okay,
snapped
that's
it.
good.
Oh, snap.
He did. Jeremy Horn's now going a lap down, and
his
the
teammate.
next, to his teammate, which is, not a good thing, but
So that was going to be Matt Cochran. And Matt Cochran was saying that his 4 that he's running tonight is a tribute to his brother, who ran these 3 colors on his stock cars before. I guess when he was done with stock car racing. Oh
wow.
Anonymous Duck is back again. And, Anonymous, you ain't got nothing left, man. You betted it all on Irvin yesterday. The house, the wife's car, and a CD.
Wow.
And I told you I should have played the house, because he definitely was not swerving Irvin's race last night. So he's not much left there in the Anonymous Ducks, unless he's got a second house he didn't tell us about.
Well, I was gonna say, what if he has like a beach house, Harold?
Maybe.
I mean, he might be able to throw the beach house.
He threw in the shed and the lawnmower.
Oh, he might not have anything left. Yeah,
He's
that's
got
not
nothing to lose.
That's true. Or to bet.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Joe Darnell corrected me. Is Joe's brother, the owner of Darnell Racing? It's a tribute. The 4 is a tribute to him. So sorry about that, Joe, that I got that wrong. I kind of glanced over. If you don't, my configuration, I got all these screens, and my eyes don't work that fast. I'm old.
And the good news is, Joe, I'm clueless, so I'm never going to get it wrong.
So for Joe's brother, is a tribute to Joe's brother. So that's cool. Now, Cameron Hearn still continues to lead 30 laps of the 110. And I think we're going to see some guys coming out of pit lane within the next 10 minutes.
I would assume that you are correct, Harold.
We'll see it. But definitely getting on and off, onto and off of pit lane is going to be a big issue here. You could lose a lot of track position just on pit lane, as we see Cameron working that outside line to his advantage, which is the preferred line. As you see, the lap cars are doing a really good job maintaining the low line, which is not an easy feat around here. Your car naturally wants to slide to the outside groove.
I tell you what, just as I'm looking at this list, Mr. Slaughter better put it in gear, because it won't be long before I think he finds him.
You got Cooey and Slaughter there. So
Cooey and Slaughter.
So Slaughter's about 6 seconds ahead of Cameron right at the moment.
And he's running. He's running almost a half a second slower. So, J.R. Barker, you gotta throw some dice or rub some rabbit's feet or something. We gotta give that boy some speed.
Christopher Budd's first car on to pit lane.
And being a lap down, that makes sense. Go ahead and get the fresh tires now.
And Caleb Steimer has taken the car back to the hauler.
He's left the building. Elvis has left the building. Yep.
We knew that the engine had expired on that car, so.
Yeah, I don't know what it was, but those pit guys were running down the pit lane with marshmallows on a stick. Maybe they knew something we didn't know.
And is like we got Travis now in the top 10.
He is.
The watermelons.
That's exactly right. He has indeed cracked the top 10. And in front of him is the baby oil machine of AJ Roderick.
Oh, pretty spread out though. I mean, this is probably the closest battling going on here. It's between Mullins, Bell, and Corcoran.
Yep. What's Jacob got? It's the first time I've seen his paint scheme. Remember, I was out, so.
I want to say that was maybe the old Nilla wafer paint scheme. Something of that nature. No?
See, I thought it was a Torkel chicken, but that's not what it is. If you remember from Rick's hot sauce, but is that like the? What was the one with Burt Reynolds and he's driving for Torkel Racing and he's doing the chicken? He had to wear the chicken suit.
Stoker Ace?
Yeah, Stoker Ace. There you go.
I thought that was a red color car, red and white.
I don't know. I'm just throwing stuff out there, Harold. You might be right.
I don't know.
You might be right.
So if you're watching and you can tell us what design that Jake had, go ahead and let us know. And Jake, if you're listening, don't type. Drive.
Yeah, drive. Don't. You got things to worry about. Liam put his two hands up. He doesn't know. So clearly we can't ask Liam.
Cameron listens to us as well, but I expect him to continue to drive.
Yeah, but Cameron's probably having dinner right now and an orchestra in the truck and he's probably near dessert right now, I would imagine.
You're making me hungry.
Am I? Okay.
I gotta go get food now.
Yeah. All right, my booth guy is leaving me for more food. How about that?
Of course.
That sounds like something Harold would do.
You bet.
Oh, man.
So
all right.
Cameron Hearn continuing to put them laps down. 38 laps of the 110 complete.
Jacob and Brad's now 3 laps down, so I don't know what's going on with his truck, but I don't think he's very happy.
No, I think he had some damage on the truck. And he came in. He's in pits trying to work it out. But Jacob Bell came in, got service, went right back out. A 4-tire stop. And like I said, 2 laps. That's about what you're going to lose on a green flag run here. So let's see what's going on.
Yeah,
they're requested to see the truck again. And I know we were just talked about the 28.
No, he wants to see. They want to see. Jay wants to see. You want to see. Oh, let's see his truck. Okay, there it is. Eat Florida watermelons, and then of course on the back a ton of watermelons, which is really cool. Best tailgate around. And then
look at the Florida is a watermelon on the front on the hood.
Yep. So there's, we've got, if the Beckner clan wants to ask for, images, Harold, of course we have to give them images, right? I mean,
Brad Slaughter has now disconnected.
Brad Slaughter has left the building.
So the Elwood guys not doing at the bottom, the 18 and the 81 running into problems early.
Yeah. I'm sure Alan will bring them together, have a come to Jesus meeting, and everything will be fine. This is a tough track, though. You've said it.
Oh, yeah.
You said it. This isn't one that's easy to.
One of the most difficult tracks to race because you can't get comfortable. Like even Dover, as hard as Dover is, the corners are very similar to one another. A little different. Not like here. This is like 2 different tracks that they put them together. The only track that I can think of that gives me the same feeling, well, other than the Gateway being new, would be Pocono with its 3 separate corners. You can't have the car work well for you on both sides of the track. You kind of got to sacrifice one to get the other.
Is this a turkey feather?
Yes.
Wow. I've just been presented. Is this George's from George Washington? Okay, I've been presented, Harold, with a giant turkey feather from George Washington.
Okay.
You remember the turkey.
Yes. Yes, as 43 laps. They're going to make me a liar, and nobody's coming down pit lane. Nolan Neiman did, though. He's down. But Cameron's going to stretch it.
With the turkey feather.
I don't think they can do the 65 laps. Well, actually, what I said was...
No, 52 to 58.
Yeah, I don't think they can do the 65, but somebody might try it. Make this a one-stop instead of a two-stop. 11 car coming in. That's Mr. Jordan Martin. So people are coming in at the round 40 to 45. We'll see what Hearn does. But Hearn's got a lead of 4.2 seconds.
Yeah, he's just walking the dog
so
right
he
now.
could just keep that car out there longer, since he's got that lead, and just let the laps tick away, and then he'll have the fresher rubber when he gets back onto the racetrack. 12's pitting in. Is James Lisenberg.
Yep, I'm a little bit behind, so.
Cliff Mullins down.
Yep, I got Cliff Mullins. That one I got. Okay, I got him.
All right. So 45 done. We're rapidly putting the laps down. Last night we had an issue early and late, but the middle we ran good and green.
Yeah, this is picking it up and putting it down pretty quickly.
Yeah, Gary Lewis commenting like the Gateway St. Louis weather track is very similar to Darlington. I believe it's only a mile long, and it's opposite. Basically, 1 and 2 is the short. Basically, what these would be 3 and 4 is flipped. And it's not banked nearly as much.
Right, flatter.
It is a heck of a car. It's the first time I ever raced on Gateway was in the Dallara 18 in IndyCar, and boy was that! It's the first time on an oval in the Dallara car that I remember shifting that much. like every lap going down from 5th to 3rd, just to make the corner.
I'm starting to think, Harold, we're not going to get any cautions. We ought to just start thanking our sponsors now. What do you think?
Yeah, we got to start thanking somebody because we're on Elite, so we might as well talk about them. How about that?
That sounds like a plan. Yeah.
All right, so we would like to thank our sponsor, Elite Entertainment LLC, for their support of the Elite Entertainment Cup Series and all of us here at our area. Be sure to check out Elite Entertainment LLC on Facebook and book them to DJ your next event. I believe they're out of South Carolina, and we still haven't talked to them yet. I think they're holding the bag, though. They can come talk to us anytime.
That's probably true. That is probably true. However,
they know where we are.
As a rate of monetary fundage, I'm not sure we need them.
Yeah, I'll talk to you about that. I got a call today from somebody who I got to find what the money is associated with them as a key speaker for our event in September. So.
Oh, okay. All right.
But a well-known person in the special needs community. So.
Excellent. Okay.
And we're at lap 50 now of the 110, so quickly approaching. So actually it's 55. So I had it wrong on my math in my head, thinking they had to go 65. No, he has to go 55 for half, and you can get to 55.
You can. Yeah, at this point, that's what he might be trying to do.
Cameron could be trying to split this in half.
That's crazy. I would have never thought that, but
I wouldn't have thought we got to a full fuel run, because that's pretty difficult, and with the number of vehicles we had on the racetrack. Yesterday we surpassed NASCAR with 39 Cup cars on the racetrack, and NASCAR only had 36.
Wow. Cody just got a lap back the hard way. Mm-hmm. Of course, his tires are slightly fresher.
Well, Cameron is 2.5 seconds slower than his fastest time.
Yeah, I was noticing that, but I was also noticing there's another car that's been hiding in the woods, so to speak. That's the number 5 car who's suddenly shown up. Garrett Grant is running times similar to Cameron's, in some cases beating Cameron.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So he's definitely got faster as the laps have ticked away, which is something that Garrett Grant knows a lot about, and how to use the car. As we're finishing lap 52 of the 110.
He certainly does know how to do that. But again, Cameron is blistering right now, so it's a matter of just, I guess everybody in the top 13 right now, Tyler Hallman being the last one on the lead lap, has not pitted as of yet.
Right.
They're probably, once he pulls the trigger, everybody's going to come. I don't think anybody will try to pin Cameron Hearn behind. It just wouldn't work out, because once he gets his tires, he's going to be flying again. So.
Yep. So keep an eye on that 67. We'll see what pit stop starts. So we're lap 54 currently. So 2 more, and then we're past halfway.
I'd ask Liam what he thinks, Harold, but he's pulling a Harold and eating. So, I mean, I can just tell by this. What's
and
that?
look who comes down at 54.
Oh, there he comes. 54.
So completing 54. So he'll have 56 laps remaining as Cameron Hearn comes down for service.
Did he slow down enough?
I think.
Well, he went across that line pretty quick.
I'm showing no flag on him, so he's good.
Okay. He's good. Travis Beckner is in there in the watermelon mobile on the number 28 there. You see him as Cameron's coming by.
Pit speed here is 45. And if you're thinking Dover from a couple weeks ago, that was 35. So that could really be a big difference.
Oh, yeah, that would definitely look different.
Yeah. Eric Wineland takes over the lead at 55 here.
I just don't know how much he can. I mean, I wouldn't push it much farther, but these guys know better than I do. Grant's coming down the pits now. He just popped on there onto the pits. Ryan Hartz is also there, jumping onto the pits. Shane Wolf, I saw him. AJ Roderick now. Like I said, most of the guys that are going to be up front, they're not going to want to wait and get caught by Cameron at new tires and high rate of speed.
And Gary Lewis is pointing out that the commitment cone or the commit line is far in front of the speeding cone. So where we saw him, it was still before the pit lane started or the speed enforcement was.
I was going off I was going off the big white line, so my bad. Shows you how much I know.
So 4
Thanks,
cars on the
Gary.
lead lap, so
Thanks for pointing that out, Gary. Making me look stupid.
Yeah, Gary.
as Eric Wineland keeps stretching this out to see what he can get.
He gonna get caught. That's what he gonna do. I mean, he's got literally everybody but 4 a lap down, including Cameron Hearn. So
Bambro on pit lane, Anasoga, so Wineland, the only car on the lead lap now.
Yep. He's gonna get out of the way. My guess is now's the time for him to pull down, but that 9 truck's hauling. Let's see what he does. Here he comes. He's slowing down. Heading to the pits now. Ooh, he almost got tail smacked going in there. I don't know who it was, Harold, that went around him, but he did not miss him by much. All right, the Wonder Bread's been delivered, and it's back out on track.
Like Jordan Martin may take over the lead here. Actually, no, Cameron Hearn is in front of him, so.
Yeah. I mean,
wow.
He's back to 29 seconds, so yeah, he's tearing it up again.
All right, so with that, we are past halfway. So, fans, be sure to visit our sponsor, Swift Lifestyle, for clean supplements that improve your focus and gaming. Use discount code AREA iRacing for 15% off your entire order. We'd like to thank Swift Lifestyles for their support of Area iRacing this season, and they're also the sponsors of our halfway rundown. So let's work that in as well. So
there you go. Nice segue there, Harold.
Yep, here we go. So there it is, Cameron Hearn leading 53 of the 58. So all but 5 laps have been into him. And he's got 54. So one more and he locks it up, which pretty much he will probably do. So yeah. Cameron Hearn leading the way. He's trying to get that win in here tonight. So Jordan Martin from JBR in the second spot in that Wax Electric Launch Box ride.
That's a fun car.
I kind of like that. It's got kind of like the coloring book kind of scheme, right?
Yeah, Liam likes that one. He said that's a fun car.
All right, Mr. Jacob Bell and JBR. So JBR looking pretty good in the 2-3 here for the team spot with Jacob Bell. And Garrett Grant in his Chris Sports Cars number 5. And he's in the 4th spot. Ryan Hartz, who is moving slowly up, another JBR. So 3 in the top 5. Good job for Jacob Bell Racing this week. But Ryan Hartz won yesterday, so he knows what it takes to get around here and get around here fast. So do not count him out. Eric Wineland moving himself up into the 6th position in the number 21 ride after being the last car of the leaders to pit. And he led 5 laps. So he's the other leader other than Cameron Hearn. Colin Fambrough, David Weishart Racing in that Coors, right? That's what I believe you were saying. You like that one.
I like that one. Yeah.
And in the 8th spot is James Shanewolf. I'm trying to remember who that would be.
That's an old ASC.
That's right.
Yeah, but I can't remember who drove that.
And in the 28, Travis Beckner in the top 10, been there pretty much all night in his watermelon ride. And Justin Anasogak was in the top 5 early, back to the 10th position. There's still a lot of racing left in Darnell Racing's number 19. And that was your run through the top 10 presented by Swift Lifestyles.
And Harold Donner.
Yeah, sure. That guy.
That guy. All right. Everybody is running laps that are not comparable to Cameron. Other than Anna Sogok and AJ Roderick, who are both in the 29s, everybody else is already in the 30s, 31s, 30s. But a lot of those guys had pitted earlier. I mean, Jordan Martin sitting in 2nd place. Last time he touched down was 20 laps ago. So it won't be long. Jacob Bell sitting in 4th, 28 laps since he last touched down in the pit lane. So,
thing is, I don't know if Jordan Martin has enough to go the distance where we know Cameron Hearn does, and Ryan Hartz does, Garrett Grant does, Wineland, Fambrough, Beckner. You know, anybody in the 20s right now, I think they're at the pit again. That'd be Martin and Jacob Bell, Cliff Mullins, Kaneda, Nolan Neiman, Jeremy Horn, James Cooey. Those guys are going to have to come down again.
Well, and the other thing to think about too, Harold, they're done if there's no caution to help them out, they're going to be done. Because if those guys can sit out there, they'll 2 laps down and you might as well stick a fork in them. So,
well, it is points racing, and Ryan Hartz won last night from 2 laps down.
I'm not saying it can't be done. I'm just saying you have a lot of guys in front of him.
I said the same thing. I was like, wow, I pretty much counted Hartz out early when he went 2 laps down for speeding on pit lane. And he rallied back and ended up winning the race last night.
I mean, AJ is 23 seconds behind Cameron Hearn. He's the last one on the lead lap. And Cameron's running 30-second laps. So it ain't going to be long before AJ is going to be looking out his back window and getting a full rear view.
He's going to see that big saw blade coming at him.
No doubt. No doubt about it.
The CNC logging truck coming to get him.
Yep. I'm surprised Cameron didn't do a throwback paint scheme.
He did yesterday. He was in the Skull Bandit last night.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I love that paint scheme. Looked great.
I'm sorry I missed that. I do like that one. Now, who's Wineland to throw back to?
I was thinking Caterpillar.
I was thinking Miller Genuine Draft.
No, the MJD. That's not the right color.
Gotcha.
That would be more golden than yellow. I don't know, guys. If you're out there watching, you know, I'm not an expert on paint schemes, and I'm old, so my brain, I didn't look it up. But I was thinking either Cat or DeWalt.
JR, I'm not sure. We don't know exactly what happened. JR Barker, don't know exactly what happened to him.
Oh, is it? Yeah, we're not sure. It looked like, Mr. Barker, that in the beginning stages of this race, he was collected by another driver in the very beginning of the race, they ended up collecting each other out, and that was why they had the two. Two. Hold on a second. I'll get here and give you the definitive here. As the race started within on lap 18, Danny Ware and Brad Slaughter collected one another.
Oh, he was the other truck involved.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we saw Danny spinning on the the backstretch.
Danny was spinning, but he wasn't schwinning. So.
That's right. We were talking about it yesterday. What he said.
And then Steimer just must have plowed into the wall, and that was all she wrote there.
Yes, Mr. Burns, I do. Gary. I do the stuff for the driver's picks. But that's pretty much just taking what you guys send me.
Yeah, Gary, we need a new crazy picture of you, so come on.
That's what he's basically telling me. He's going to be doing another one, I'm sure.
That's cool. I'm looking forward to it.
Yep, stuff happens. But he's already locked in. He just got to show up every week.
That's it. And if you're on a track that if you're way out, if you're already locked in and you're on a track you just don't like or you just can't do anything about, why not? Just what the heck? You're not giving up points.
And Gary, I try to check if anybody's added anything each week or so. But if you tell me, if you send it to me in Discord, hey, I got a new picture I'd like to use, then I can do it. It's not hard. It doesn't take me long to create it.
The wilder, the better, Gary. The wilder, the better. And you're good with that. So
looking like 36 laps left. That is one of the things. That is one of the things that the One to Go Studios. I don't think we're exclusive on it, but we're pretty darn close.
Well, you know what we haven't brought out that we were exclusive on and we haven't seen in quite a while is the Telestrator. Well, I'm deeply hurt by that, Harold.
Here, just for you, we're not going to go to a replay, but just so he doesn't complain about it anymore. You see, Cameron's going to go this way, and then he's going to go that way, and he's going to go that way again, and then maybe go that way, and then go that way.
So he's going to make a lot of left turns. Is that what we're saying?
Exactly.
Beautiful. Thank you, Harold.
Yeah.
That was good stuff.
So
I'm probably not the only one that missed the Telestrator, Harold. I was just trying to, for our fans out there, all three of them, they want to see something like that. You know what I mean?
26. Actually.
26 fans. Okay. Liam's alive again. He's apparently jumping back in.
We're not doing too bad. I mean, a number of people out there. But, yes, Cameron Hearn leading by 14 seconds over Hartz. Hartz, not sure what's up. He did not qualify. I think he had an issue under qualifying. We do strict qualifying, so if you touch the wall or do anything that's deemed not on the racetrack, you will get that lap nullified.
And your hand slapped with a ruler.
Yeah.
We have a none on standby.
I tell you, that's the one scene from the Blues Brothers where they're getting slapped in the chairs. I've lived through that.
Well, that's what we did to Ryan Hartz. Probably we might have slapped his hands, might have taken a while for his fingers to get the feeling back in, but he's clearly got the feeling back in now because he's running faster laps than Cameron Hearn. So,
all right,
of course he's 6 weeks behind, but that's okay.
Watermelon's attacking Kaneda there. Around he goes. He's behind AJ Roderick, and that's moved him up to the 9th spot.
That's exactly right. And they better get moving too, because
the Penguin. Yeah.
Someone's a coming.
Wait. The whole idea, if you remember the movie, Dan Aykroyd picks him up from Joliet State Prison from Statesville, and he goes, we got to go see the Penguin.
That's it. We're on a mission from God.
That's right.
From God. That's right. They're getting the band back together.
That's right.
It's important.
And don't give Princess Leia an M16.
No, clearly, and stay out of the sewers at night. Wow.
But I think at that time she was being trained by the stormtroopers because she ain't hit nothing.
Oh no. Well, it's Carrie Fisher. Her rage was a little too much. That was the problem.
Oh, that's what it was. She was
She's just
seeing red.
overwhelmed with rage. Yeah. All right.
Well, we try a RPG or a flamethrower. I tell you that. It's funny with the Dan Ryan before it was finished. That was where the swastika guys end up falling off of.
Oh yeah, the bridge. Yeah.
That was the Dan Ryan before one of the Dan Ryan exchanges back in the day.
Of course, they find love halfway down. So I mean, that's it's nice. It's a good time.
They're about to die.
They're about to die. They find love halfway down. I mean, it's a touching story at the end.
Yeah. No bean in Chicago at that time. This before the Millennium Bean was put in there.
Bean.
So, yeah. All right, so Cameron Hurd is still leading. In case you were wondering,
is he still leading?
Yeah.
Is he still leading? Wow, I thought he might have been caught by now.
Somebody went and got a paper and threw it out at him. Oh wait, hey, the Jimmy John's guy's on the racetrack.
The Jimmy's Johns? All right. I have a Jimmy's Johns guy right here.
Yeah.
I'm staring right at him. Ain't that right, Liam?
Yeah, Dad, aren't you a Jimmy John's guy?
He's a Jimmy's Johns.
The Jimmy John's.
That's right.
Freakishly fast.
My brother's not freakily fast. No, he's. I mean, if you're talking about him moving, yeah, he's not fast.
So
but
Joe says the 19 is good to the finish. Believe that should be.
That's the Alaskan Assassin, is what he's saying.
The only drivers I'm seeing that I'm concerned about fuel is James Cooey, Charles Caneda, and Christopher Buds, because I don't think they have enough. And is that James Litzenberger? He's at 37 laps. So I think Cameron's good to the end.
Yeah, Cameron's got to be good to the end.
Yeah, 25 to go, and that will put him at 55 laps. And he went 54.
Now, I mean, Wineland came in 25 and Fambro in 26. Or they're both at 25 and 26. So I don't think the 19 is the only one.
Right. I think a lot of people are good. I'm thinking.
Yeah,
I think the top 10 are in good spots right now. So. And Travis Beckner's the last car on the lead lap.
Into the wall.
The 67.
Cameron Hurd is sprinting. What's going to go?
Oh,
no.
Caution out.
How about that?
So tires, he's going to get tires. And the thing is, he's so far in the lead that he's going to be able to come down pit lane and be fine. But we'll have to go back and check that out.
I know, but I'd like to find out what happened. Did a squirrel get loose or something?
It's just like him and Nolan Neiman. Let's check this out.
Oh, telestrator time again.
Let's keep an eye on Mr. Cameron Hearn. He's right here.
There you go. And that pretty green truck in front of him is about to demonstrate what a wall looks like.
Oh, that's what it was. Evasive action.
Yeah, and he just got too low, got out of the groove.
Yeah, because watch Nolan Neiman. So Nolan Neiman is this car right here.
Right there.
And he's gonna almost hit the wall right here.
Yeah.
And Cameron is gonna avoid, and it's gonna get him underneath here, which I told what I say about that earlier. No man's land.
No man's land, Liam.
I mean, now it's his land, apparently.
It's now his land. That's true. It's no longer no man's, because there it is. He's in that land now, Harold.
Yep.
Now he's out of it. Now
he's back in.
He's back in.
So now, all right. The only thing that does, though, is
brings everybody together.
Brings everybody back together.
That's right.
And I believe everybody's coming down pit lane. Yep. Beckner. Yep. Irvin is going to get a wave around. So there's going to be 10 cars in a lead lap, and I bet all of them come down for tires. And Carter Coop, one of the race admins, says that is a racing deal and not going to issue anyone a penalty.
Wow. All right. Well, I'm showing 15 cars now bringing on the lead lap. So that's crazy. But I thought Liam did a fine job color commentating there. Don't you think, Harold?
Yep. And Gary's talks about the mall scene.
Yes.
And I already told you my favorite scene is when they when they're going down the Grant parking garage. which you can't do anymore. And I could tell you for a fact that you can't do that anymore because, I don't know, maybe I might have tried it.
It's okay, Liam. He really did like your comment.
I did. He's done a good job.
Get it fine.
But we're moving on, man. Moving on.
We're moving on, Liam. That was yesterday. We're now today, okay?
We would have about 20 laps left in this thing when we get back to green flag, though.
What do you got for us, Liam? What's deep? Give us something deep. Now he's lost. That's all we got. Just giggles. He tried. Tried, folks. I mean, this is his first time in the booth. You can't expect him to be amazing right out the gate.
I gotta watch and learn.
He's got to watch and learn. That's excellent.
So,
that is true.
There's actually be 15 cars in the lead lap, so we have a lot of these cars that chose not to come down to get new tires, so they get back on the lead lap. So, and as you see, these guys, that's so we're looking at Cameron. He's the leader, and and in front of him is Jacob Bell. A whole lot of those cars. Every car in front of him is going to get weighed around the pace car. And let's see how many there are. So we got
87 trucks.
1, 2, 3. All these cars that are in front of Mr. Hearn that are going to go wave around the pace car.
Now, can they pit after that? Well, that's only going to get some of them back to one lap.
Nope. No, they cannot.
Okay, so you're saying no. Okay, good.
Nope.
Gotcha.
So they'll get the wave around with 1 to go. Okay, Rowdy, I can't use that, man. It needs to be a face where I can see your face. It's good, I like it, but it needs to be the other side, not a side shot.
All right, is this mine, Harold? Is it my turn to do mine now, Harold?
Oh, that's right. We got to do that too. So
that's right.
So here you go. CNC logging. That's for this caution.
Right. All right, we would like to thank CNC Logging for their support of the CNC Logging Truck Series this season and area. Located in Boiling Springs, South Carolina, CNC Logging is your place to go for any of your logging needs. Got wood, big or small, summer or fall, we'll cut your log guaranteed.
Now this is interesting. Now, so Cameron takes the outside line, which I would definitely have taken. I believe because the rule is they could go as soon as the pace car leaves the track. Now,
that's what it was last year.
Yeah, except for Phoenix, the only one that they don't allow that. However, that's in the banking of turn 4. I would watch Cameron Hearn to fire up once they're off the banking in 4, and then go.
Yep, 30 laps left.
And he actually jumped a lot earlier than I thought he would.
Yeah, that's a bold place to take off, but again, look who's back in town. Mr. Hart's in the 3 has suddenly shown up.
Yeah, that's what I said. He's trying to make sure he got a jump on Hart's, because Hart's is gonna definitely be hard to beat.
And Garrett Grant. Oh, yellow caution again.
Out right away here. It looks like Irvin, Hallman, and Moffitt. So cautions breed?
Oh, no. They breed cautions. Yes, indeedy. Yes, indeedy.
So looking on the restart here. And this is what it was. They were not caught up yet. And these guys were all at different speeds. And the 9 goes into the wall, comes back down, and then they got some help, the 41.
41, and then whoever hit the 41 from behind.
I think that was Tyler Hallman, the 42.
Was it?
I think so. But that's what happened. So cautions breed cautions.
Mm-hmm. Because cautions can't breed anything else.
That's right.
Just, it's impossible. All right, so I would assume Cameron. Now, hey, by the way, now this gives somebody an opportunity, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh no, they're still a lap down. Sorry, my bad. I was miscalculating what I was about to say, Harold. I apologize.
You should.
Nobody's getting their lap back on this one. Does Cliff get his back?
Depends.
He was the last one.
If he was involved, no.
Yeah, I didn't see the 37 in that mess.
No, and he may get his wave around now.
All righty.
So I'm hearing him come around now. There he goes. So around he goes.
And the smart thing for Cliff Mullins, FYI, he actually pitted while he was a lap down. So this literally puts him on the same stint as everybody else.
Yep.
So smart move there, Mr. Mullins.
Well, Mullins is going to go to the back. So
That's
if I
okay.
was him, I would go down. If he's got another set of tires,
Go get him.
go get him. We'll see.
We will.
But
All right, so that's going to put 16 on the lead lap with Jacob, the Captain Bell.
exactly. Yep.
He should be like Jacob Taco Bell, but it just doesn't work right.
True.
That sounds good.
It does? Liam says it sounds good.
Well, we shouldn't have that same stack that we had before. Where, you know, I think what happened there was those guys were the cars that were being waved around
Trying
the
to get
pace
back,
car.
yeah. Yep.
And they were in different speeds. Some had caught up, some had not. And that's different speeds coming off of the restart. Cameron Hearn electing to take the high side again, and we'll be less than 15 to go when we go back to green.
My brother's watching Skinwalker Ranch. Interesting. Sorry, I had to interject that, Harold. My apologies.
Okay.
You should at least be watching Oak Island. We're leaving for there tomorrow.
That's true. That's
Just
an
a
excellent
different
point.
one, but that's a different story.
Yeah. These are the days of their lives. Gary says, rather than go in early and take it all the way, which I'm not sure if that's English, we learned that lesson last night with the giant stack up in the restart. Okay, I got you now, Gary. My fault. I'm with you, brother.
I said they delayed until the straightaway, like here, to go.
Yeah. So there's that Dale Earnhardt number 3 paint scheme underneath. Ryan Hart's there in the 3. Underneath the saw blade of Cameron Hearn. And he's been a saw blade up until that one point. So buzz sawing his way through the field. Like what I did with that one there, Liam. You can't imagine how excited he is right now. He knows that in another 15 laps, it's going to be chaos.
So it's gonna be it's on now. No holding
It's
back.
on like Donkey Kong. That's right.
No holding back now. If you got something, you better use it. It's now or never.
I feel like there's some movie here we need to be throwing. We need to be throwing in here, but like James T. Kirk or the guy, when the airplane, the movie 2, and he's talking him in. Stryker, I just wanted to tell you that I always thought you were a great pilot.
No, he's like you're
And he's
always
already
like
crashed the building.
you've always been like a son to me, and and I've had all the comments, and everybody's already got off the airplane. He's still talking.
Exactly. Cameron with a huge jump.
Yeah.
Yes, he did. Boy, he did not worry at all. He said, "Thank you very much. Check, please, table 4." All right, can they stay out of the wall? Can they stay green? Can they catch the 67? Whoa, Lord.
That's Wineland that drops down.
Yeah, he ain't playing around right now.
So there's the front 2, and Cameron's starting to track away from the 3. I didn't think I'd see
He
that.
is. And Fambro's back in the scene too, in the 54 there in the Coors Mobile. So. I'd like to talk to the traders about my constant picking of Transcendent, and they're not. I don't know what to say, Harold. I'm just.
Not what to say, huh?
I mean, where's my money going these days? What's my money worth now, Harold?
A sticker.
A sticker. Well, I mean, that's better than nothing. I'll take it. If Drew wants to send me a sticker for continually choosing them, I'm okay with that. I don't know where I'd put it, but I'm okay with that. All right, Cameron Hearn has not gapped him as much now. Seems to be evening out, and Ryan Hart's is actually running pretty good. Both of them, actually, the front 3 now, back into 29 seconds. That's hauling buns right there, folks. If they were a bread truck, they'd be hauling buns. I think this is going to be an interesting run to the finish, and I'm almost convinced something's going to happen that would not shock it.
I'm predicting out.
There you have it. The man, the myth, the legend, Liam Cushwall has predicted a spin out. Do you even want to say who's going to spin out?
Nah.
Okay. See that, Harold?
Leave it to the viewers to decide.
Leave it to the viewers. I love it.
What, does he got a button?
He might. I don't know. I mean, he's got his own device sitting here. We've got 5 devices in front of us, and he's got one of them. So maybe he has a button, and we don't know about it.
Want me to go hop on my PC?
No, I don't know. No, we want to know who you're going to spin out. That's all. So, J.R. Barker brings in Days of Thunder.
Days of Thunder, yeah.
Yes, that's an
Hey, you
excellent.
can't come pit now. We're eating ice cream. Stay
Eating
out.
ice cream.
Stay
That's
out.
right. What I want you to do is I want you to go out and hit the pace car. Hit the pace car. Hit the pace car. You hit everything else. I want you to be perfect. Too bad they can't hit the pace car on this because, you know.
Yeah, drive through it here.
Yeah, you go right through it. Right.
Now, I want to see somebody hit the dryer. It'll be a JPM, you know.
Oh, yeah, I remember
Juan
that.
Pablo Montoya is on fire.
I did not see the blower right there. I hit it.
The thing is big.
I hit it hard.
The thing's as big as a garbage truck. I
Right,
didn't see
and
it.
And it's louder than anything else on the track, and you
no.
didn't see it.
Even louder than the cars. We found that out. Whew.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, jet engines trying to take off.
What an explosion, though. I remember that like it was yesterday.
So within a car length, so do we see Hearts do a Joey Logano?
Ooh. Excellent call there, Harold.
Does Hearts lay not just a bumper, but send him into orbit?
If you're Ryan Hartz and you can get that front end onto that bumper, I'm giving it to him. Chrome horn him. Give him the old chrome
But with
horn.
that being said, I watched the replays of that event. There, and I think I've even told you this before when we talked about Ken. Bump and run means the guy that I bumped loses a position, not gets wrecked out of the race.
That's not his fault.
He full sent him into the wall.
It's only because it's your boy that got full scented. So
I think it was a dirty move, but hey, we'll see what.
I liked it. I'll tell you why I liked it. 2 reasons.
Yeah.
One, I'm really getting tired of hearing about Hendricks. I mean, to the point of throwing up. Okay.
Yeah, they've been dominant this year, that's for sure.
And number 2, for the love of all that's holy, can someone else win?
But I looked at, if you go back and objectively watch the lines of the drivers, Byram was going to give him the inside line on the backstretch. He was not going to fight
you
it for
can't
the
do
win.
anything with the inside line.
No, he was going to lose. He knew. Joey had a faster car. He was going to get out of the way and let Joey finish, and he would have been second. He was content with second. Joey
that
said,
sounds
nope.
like a pile of bull honky. That's all I'm saying.
Joe, and then he ended up being 13th because of the punt. So,
Well, sometimes it happens. You get punted. You lose a couple of yards.
5 laps to go.
Oh, we're going to switch to the 5 laps to go, are we, Harold?
Yeah, 5 laps to go, and it looks like 2 car lengths now. So does Hearts have anything for Hearn? Hearn's been darn near perfect tonight.
Liam, does he have anything for him?
I don't know, does he?
See, straight out of Alaska, look just what I said. He could have easily passed without punting him.
Hey, nobody
Caution
asked
is
you.
out. Caution is
Uh-oh.
out. It
Someone's
changes
barbecuing.
everything.
Here we go.
And
Liam called it.
Do they have tires, and does anybody dare to come down and get them?
Oh, we know Hearn has tires. All right. Liam, press the button, and who spins out?
So look at Buds and Neiman.
Mm-hmm. Neiman there in the 15.
Big checkup by Buds here behind. That's Hartman, right? Logan Hartman, yeah. And when he gets loose, somebody's already down on the bench. That was the 12 of Litzenberger. Was already down.
Oh, thanks for rewinding. I really appreciate it because that stupid Avast thing came up right in the middle of the screen. So I'm anxious to see what happened.
Was it the 12? Yep. Whoa. A couple cars up here.
Oh yeah, it's a 12
and the
8. Okay.
Or no, the 12 and the 9.
I was gonna say I didn't see an 8.
That's Shane
Swerving,
Wolf. No,
swerving Paul Irvin.
no. Watch Shane Wolf.
Oh, up in the wall up in front of them.
Yeah, so Shane Wolf contacts the wall, and everybody else evasive maneuvers.
Well, Irvin got up there too, but then he gets tapped by the 12.
I think Irvin saw Shane Wolf hit the wall.
Yeah, well, watch this though. Okay, I'll give you that. So there's Shane Wolf in the wall, and Irvin goes up too. Watch where Irvin ends up there in the Napa, right there. That's an excellent view.
Probably want to go one more. I want to show you what Mr. Irvin saw. So
Yeah, I
here's
got you.
Irvin. And see, he sees that, and yeah,
He
he
hits
pretty much
the
hit the
wall,
wall
too.
too. Yeah, he
Yep.
both did.
And then he comes down and he gets tapped.
double. He got hit both sides.
Yeah,
So
that's
green,
not
white,
good.
checkered is what's going to happen here. And
So-
nobody comes down pit lane in the top 8.
Nope. Liam called it. How about that? First time in the booth and he called it. Of course, he didn't say what number, so we can't give him full credit, can we? He did say a spin out was going to happen.
So
though.
the 12 receiving the EOL for contact with the 9.
Yeah. Yep, that makes sense.
So James Litzenberger.
Stays in the same position he is. He goes to the longest line, right?
Yep.
So he stays in 17th. I guess if you're going to get an EOL, why not get one while you're in the 17th position?
So going to be a 2-lap shootout. And the way the rules work here with area iRacing, the next flag pretty much ends this. So if the yellow flag comes out, the field will be frozen. If the white flag comes out and then the yellow flag, it'll be boys have at it to the end.
Yep. I always like the second scenario you just gave us. I want to see the boys have at it in the end. All right. I mean, I don't know that Ryan Hartz is going to be able to time this jump by Cameron Hearn. That's the thing.
We can see. But
That'll be pretty amazing if he does. Got a blinker back there. He looks darker than everybody else too. That's pretty crazy. See that? Everybody else has a glare on them and everything like that, and then that that other truck looks like he's in a cloud's falling. There's 2 of them with clouds on them, right there. How about that?
so it's only 7:30 here. That's why the lights aren't, it hasn't gotten dark here yet.
I know. I'm just saying
They're
everybody
moving
else's was shining.
So
D's nuts. I've actually gotten nuts from there.
yeah,
Well, it's a store.
I like
It's
the
okay,
Dietz-
Liam. I know you're only.
Dietz
I know
nuts.
Liam's. Yeah.
The Watson and Dietz.
Dietz and Watson.
Dietz and
Yeah.
Watson nut. Yeah, Dietz nuts.
D's nuts. That's it.
Dietz nuts. They taste delicious.
Liam, being a childish preteen, he's of course.
I turned teenager in like
hey,
a few days.
You're not a teenager yet, though. You're just.
Straight out of Alaska says we talk about Logano when a wreck happens. See.
I know, but that wasn't Logano's fault.
All right,
there
so
he
here
goes.
goes the 67.
Yeah, he got the jump. He got the jump he wanted.
And
I don't know.
now the 3 gonna have to worry about the outside line being covered. Gonna slow him up
Yeah.
because Grant's there.
He'll swing up and take it, but Cameron's got a huge jump going right now.
But look at Anna Sogak. I think he's top 5 would be the first top 5 for him.
Might be. He's driven a good race, that's for sure.
Caution is out. The race is
Oh!
over.
That's it. We didn't make it back. We were 10 milliseconds away from making it to have at it, boys. So Cameron Hearns will win the race. Ryan Hart's third and Garrett Grant coming out of nowhere for third place.
Try to get this race replay in here. This is the restart, and we're going to end up having issues right here on the restart. It looked like the outside line didn't go for this, like all these guys here, and that caused an issue. But Martin, Neiman, Hartman, Cooey, Horn, and Lissenberg are all involved, is what I'm seeing.
So that cluster in front comes back, and there they are.
Oh, in the walls, the 11. Oh no!
There they are.
Oh, somebody up in the wall.
Airborne.
That was that.
Airborne.
That was
Please tell me that wasn't
AJ
our
Roderick.
watermelon. Oh, AJ. He got too slippery. That's what it was. He slipped right off. Look at that. That's some beautiful. Yes, Harold, can we get a still shot of that, please? I need to send that to my friend. That's good height, though. You got to admit, that's excellent height right there.
Yep.
Wow. Height. I wonder if he's up there and says, I can see my house from here. Pretty high.
But yeah, that's what started this. I get right here. So we see that that's Jacob Bell and AJ Roderick.
Yep.
Oh, so AJ ends up hitting the 21. Was it? Oh, yeah, this Wineland, and then starting this
boy
domino effect back here.
I bet that was interesting from an in-car cam for him. Woo.
So Cameron Hearn.
Hey, we've never talked to him before. Like 77 times or something like that. Three-time winner, Cameron Hearn.
Man,
Well,
pulled
no
out the
series, yeah.
donut.
Yep. All right, keep an eye on him, Liam. He's going to crash somewhere. That's what he likes to do. All right, Ryan Hartz. He stays hot, Harold. I tell you what, maybe that's the guy to worry about when it comes to the championship.
Maybe.
Because he's really been coming on lately. Ben can see, here you go, Liam. Bam!
Ow.
Yeah.
Can he still drive?
Well,
no.
first he's got to stop spinning.
Maybe unflip himself.
That might be the best spin he's done in a while. So are we going to interview him upside down, Harold?
Nah, we're
We're going to put him back to the, he wants to be interviewed upside down. That's probably why he does it. All right.
All right, Cameron Hearn and Elite Entertainment Gaming brings home the checkered flag. You were the dominant car, but the cautions started coming out towards the end. So tell us what you were thinking towards the end of this thing.
Oh no, I know Ryan was fast. I think he might have been quicker in the first 5 laps than me until tires wore out, but I definitely would have preferred it to stay green. But overall, lap traffic did a pretty good. Well, I say that, but did a pretty good job.
You didn't get collected. That's what you're trying to say.
Staying out of the way. Somebody got into the wall, came down. I think there's a little bit of net code, spun me out. This had a tiny bit of damage. Truck didn't drive any differently. Didn't hurt anything really. So getting through to Darlington with no damage hardly is a win.
It's kind of hard to have damage, Cameron, when you're 75,000 feet out in front of everybody else. I'm just saying, but I hear you. But you did get through lap traffic pretty good. I said, and I thought that I thought Ryan might give you some serious grief on the last couple restarts, but you got great jumps. Was the outside the answer? Did you think you could have jumped him that way down below, or do you think that just momentum coming off of 4 and then hitting the gas?
Definitely momentum coming out of 4, and I also felt like the line's kind of towards the wall in 3 and 4, so it doesn't get a swirly getting on the gas. So once you get on it, it goes. So definitely outside, kind of like last night, is where you want to be.
Well, this is win number 3 for Cameron Hearn. I swore there was a conspiracy to take you out in every race. I might be wrong in the truck series. Clearly, they like you better down here.
Yeah.
But third win, you've got a lot of momentum, certainly as we get farther along. But I made a comment just before we got to you. Ryan Hartz is really getting hot lately, too, and he's putting on a lot of pressure on you guys as well. are there certain guys right now that you can look at, Cameron, and go, okay, come playoff time, I've got to watch my back on these guys?
Yeah, Ryan's probably one of the most consistent drivers. He's been consistent, but he's really gone from a top 5 to podium speed.
Yeah.
He's really picked it up. Ryan, he's a fun guy to drive around too. He's fast. He'll race it clean, which is fun. Then you got Eric Wineland. I think he might have gotten some damage, gotten some trouble. I think he pitted late, kind of lost track position, lost some time. Eric's fast. He's consistent. He's really good on strategy. He knows how far to push it, when the pit, fuel run, all that kind of stuff. You got Justin Collin and, Garrett Grant, he stepped it up the past few weeks.
Yep.
But, we had the usuals, Brad Slaughter's usually bad fast. He had trouble early. Danny Ware had trouble early. So a lot of fast guys that usually battling for the win had a little bit of trouble and helped spread the field out because no caution came out. You could lose on the backstretch or the front stretch. And if you stayed low, no caution would come out. So there's a lot of torn up race cars that kind of made it. I feel like the race a little bit more looked like I dominated more than what it should have been, if that makes sense.
No, perfectly good sense. And you listed some really good guys there, so I'm glad you mentioned it, especially Garrett Grant and Eric Wineland, as you said. 2 guys that are really good at strategy, and when it comes down to it at the end, sometimes that's what's going to play out better than just flat out beating the snot out of everybody. So I think you're right. I think those 2 guys are definitely ones to watch. Again, Brad Slaughter is always fast week in and week out. So when something goes wrong, it just definitely goes wrong. But
sure.
All right. So I know you've never been in victory lane before, and we don't ever get to talk to you. So this is going to be an opportunity for you, Cameron, to kind of give shout out to people since you don't get here much.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to mom and dad, my wife. This is my home track. Me and my son were actually here last Friday night, so winning it was pretty cool. All the guys who showed up. Darlington's a tough track. I think that's why we saw our field numbers a little bit less than they normally are. It's a tough track. Every corner you have to be on it. If you mess up just a little bit, you're into the wall, and your race is pretty much, your contention for the win is over. But shout out to all the guys that showed up and stayed with it tonight. Shout out to all the league admins. I think we had David Weishart up top, you guys in the broadcast. Shout out to CNC Logging, Elite Entertainment Gaming. Good momentum for the team. I think we had some guys at the end that had some trouble, but I think Paul kind of came home just outside the top 10, and James. Actually, Travis came home in the top 10 with a smoking race car.
He did, yeah.
A shout out to him. He was bad fast early. Just kind of keeping your nose clean was most important tonight, and that's what I tried to do. Try to get a lead and try to, when I caught lap cars, not try to rush it. Wait for them to kind of get off the corner before you make your move. But hats off to Ryan. I wish it would have stayed green that one run. He was staying with me, and I thought it'd been a really fun last lap. See what kind of move he was going to do with me in 3 and 4, maybe, or 1 and 2. But unfortunately, I hate finish under caution. I feel like winning under green is what you want to do. But this is all around good effort for everybody that showed up tonight.
All right, my friend. Well, thank you so much again, and another big win. 3 in your pocket now, so you can kind of relax when the tracks get a little stupid for you, and you're already in. So thanks again, Cameron. Have a great rest.
You guys have a great rest of the week.
You too.
All right, so now we're going to move on to Ryan Hartz. And Ryan Hartz, you're in the booth with Harold and Cushy. Man, JBR, you guys are getting real hot real quick. I mean, and I said Cameron could not have counted you out. You were there. Again, another 0 from last night. You won. Tonight, just 1 off.
Yeah, I beat Cameron last night, and he beat me tonight. So I really can't complain. I'm just impressed that I finished second with myself. I started like 26 or something because I hit the wall both laps in qualifying. So honestly, it wasn't that bad getting through the fields. I had a really, really good pit stop, and I was able to get up to second. And I was like, all right, let's see what I can do with Cameron. Oh, never mind. He's 15 seconds ahead. So, yeah, when he brought out the yellow, I was hoping he had damage. But, unfortunately for me, he didn't have damage. So I had to race him. And I don't know, man. I tried my best. I really did on that second to last run. I just couldn't get a run that I needed to get beside him. Other than that, it was a great night. I'm not going to complain about anything. I had a lot of fun.
Well, I would say the hardest thing, Ryan, at this point is trying to time his jump when the flag goes green. And obviously, when he's the control car, I mean, unless you can read his mind, chances of you nailing that every time. But the nice thing was, and he even said it, you had a bad, fast race truck. You had the opportunity to get up there and kind of get the bumper as you were going green for those last 15 laps. We could see you getting closer. You were 2/10 at one point. So can't complain. You've got, as Harold said, man, week after week, you're just putting it down. Ever since the dirt track, you've been up front. We've talked to you week in and week out. So what is it about your truck that suddenly just came to you?
I wish I had an answer for that. I've just been putting a lot of work in. I've put a lot of practice in for these races lately, and I don't know. I've just gotten really, really comfortable with racing around these guys, especially Cameron. I felt like a lost puppy when I first started racing against these guys, but now I feel like a pit bull. So, yeah, I mean, like I said, I put a lot of laps in, and especially at Darlington to get ready for yesterday, and yesterday paid off, and it almost paid off tonight. But yeah, man, we've been putting in amazing finishes lately, and I couldn't be happier for JBR because I'm trying to get them back up in owners' points because we're a little bit far behind. But obviously, the win last week at Kansas and this finish is definitely going to help. So, yeah.
Yeah, the captain, Jacob Bell's going to be pretty happy with that, I think. And he finished in 12th, so he wasn't terrible today. And, again, getting caught the way some of it did with Cameron just flying for the first 3/4 of the race, it's really hard. And then, you fall behind. But good to see you. I was asking Cameron, and I posed you as one of the people, but come playoffs, man, I can't stop. I can't say I wouldn't be surprised to watch you take that. I think I said it to Harold. I mean, you got a shot at the championship just as much as Cameron Hone and a couple of these other guys. So how are you feeling? Know we're about halfway. I think we got a couple more races, 5 or 6 more races, and then you're into playoffs. How are you feeling going ahead, and your chances, say, once you get in the playoffs?
Yeah, I mean, at the beginning of the season, especially in the Cup Series, not just here, I was getting moved around a lot, and I wasn't really giving it back to anybody. And I think I got wrecked at Daytona. I think it was a few other races. I was just blatantly wrecked. But come playoffs, it's go time. I can't really afford to get wrecked or anything. I hope I have this kind of luck that I do now because I've been putting in these practice laps and they've been paying off because I've been really getting good finishes here, including 2 wins already. So, yeah, come playoff time, it's go time. And last year, unfortunately, I couldn't finish the season because I had a bad PC. So, yeah, we got a brand new one, and yeah, I'm gonna be locked and loaded come playoff time because I'm not gonna be messing around.
Sweet. That's good to hear. Well, why don't you take your moment to shout some people out, and we'll get you on your way.
Yeah, first off, thanks to Alan Elwood at Elwood Designs. He made this paint scheme that was throwing it back to Mike Skinner today, and last night we were throwing it back to Dale Earnhardt, the same one that Daniel Suarez ran. So yeah, I want to thank him. These trucks looked amazing. And also thank you to JBR. As always, got to thank the captain, Jacob, especially because he helped me out a lot tonight and last night with keeping me calm and everything. So and also thanks to you guys. You guys always do a great job during the broadcast.
Absolutely. All right. Well, thanks so much. Great job out there tonight. Look forward to talking to you again real soon.
All right, thanks, guys.
All right, in second place, Ryan Hart's now going to move on to Mr. Garrett Grant. All right, Garrett Grant, you're up in the booth. Harold and Cushy. You got the David Whitehart Racing Machine, number 5 in the 3rd spot. The podium finish. Talk about it. You were around your hunting up front, but you're showing that long run speed. Sure, you didn't want to see the cautions come out.
Yeah, I really didn't. I thought I could have gotten up to P2 out. I think I could have got around Colin for sure because I was catching him. And then I was catching Ryan a little bit too. I don't know if I could have got around him in time to get second, but definitely happy to come out here with the P3 though. And the car's clean. I don't have any Darlington stripe or anything. The lady in black was very nice and kind to me tonight. So very nice and refreshing to have a long green flag runs there too, so I could show off my long run speed, and that's my forte. So yeah, finally to get the monkey off my back. I've had some problems this year finishing these things and bringing back the car in one piece. But yeah, happy to come out with P3 tonight. That's for damn sure.
Well, and again, you just said it. You're a master at working the truck until it comes to the end. And, you know, I don't know how you do it. You seem to just know, okay, now it's time for Garrett to throw a switch, and all of a sudden we're talking about you because you're climbing through. Is it something that you plan out from the very beginning, Garrett? You're going to say, okay, I know this track. I'm going to hold back for a while, and then I'm just going to throw the switch and start climbing through? Or is it really just once you get running, you kind of get a feel for it and decide, okay, this is when I'm going to make my move?
A little bit of both. It just depends on what the pace is and what people are running around me. If I think they're pushing too hard, I'll just let them go because I know I'll see them again, 20 laps. But yeah, I kind of just let everything just play out and just kind of let it come to me. I might turn it up a little bit, but I kind of just set a pace and just keep running it. And then everybody just falls off and I can just continue running that pace. So, but yeah, it's fun cutting up through there, watching everybody drive off, knowing I'm just going to see them again and blow their doors off when they roast their stuff. So.
Oh, absolutely. And again, you've done it multiple times. So we're about, I forget how many exact races we are. Harold could probably tell me until we get to the playoffs. I think it's 5, Harold, or 4, 5 or 4.
Well, this was week 7.
So we're going to 12. So 5 more, right?
Yeah.
If I'm doing the math properly.
And next week we're at, we're taking a week off. We're doing the All-Star race next week.
Yep. Okay. So you got a week off. You'll be heading into basically 5 races to go. How are you feeling about your truck, your chances once you get into the, I mean, are you planning ahead now, Garrett, or is this something where you got to take it week by week, try to get that victory, guarantee yourself in, and then kind of go from there?
It's kind of week by week for me right now. This really helped me points wise. I think I was just outside of the playoffs coming into this race. I think I was 1 point.
Yep.
Out of the playoffs. So this really helped me. And yeah, I'm just going to take it race by race. Hopefully the good luck stays on our side and we can keep getting good finishes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I appreciate that. And why don't you go ahead and do your shout outs and then we can let you go celebrate your 3rd place.
Yeah, I got to thank everybody at DWR. We had some good runs tonight. The team did. And got a shout out Buck Kicker, Chris Sports Cards, and you guys for broadcasting and Jacob for putting all this on for us.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Garrett. Good job. Great race. And we look forward to talking to you soon.
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys.
Yep.
Garrett Grant, the number 5, the third place tonight. So let's go here. Let's our race recap tonight. Cameron Hearn led 108 of the 113. So all but 5, and those 5s were Mr. Weishart, or not Weishart,
I don't think he
Wineland.
tried very hard. What do you think?
Yeah, 4 cautions for 13 laps, 29 drivers. Ryan Hartz was the fastest race truck, 29.384. So let's look at the results. So for the CNC Logging Truck Series for the Southern 110, Cameron Hearn was your winner. Hartz, Grant, Fambro, and Asogak. I believe that's his first top 5, so big shout out to number 19, the Alaskan Assassin.
There you go.
Hunter Collier, our island guy, another top 10. Not seeing him. Shown by Race Control having a after race penalty to Pierce Moffitt. Eric Wineland, Tyler Hallman, and Travis Beckner, top 10.
All right. Number 11, Cliff Mullins. Jacob, the captain, was 12th. Shane Wolf in 13th. Paul Swervin Irvin in 14th. Jim Coey 15th, Litzenberger 16th, Jordan Martin had an up and down day, finished 1 lap down in 17th, Sean Corcoran and a lap down in 18th, AJ Butterfinger Roderick there in 19th and Matt Cochran in 20th.
21st was Horn, and then Kaneda, Hartman, Nolan Neiman, Christopher Buds, Danny Weir, Bobby Tinch, Brad Slaughter, and Caleb Steimer was 90 laps down. So that's pretty much it here from Darlington Raceway in Darlington, South Carolina. Again, we're taking the week off next week, but we will be racing next Tuesday night for All-Star Race. You can check out the social media pages on that. We'll be doing stages and all kinds of weird things going on for next week. We'll be back in the ARCA cars heading out. So we haven't been seeing the ARCAs at all this year, so that'll be interesting.
Yeah, absolutely.
Take away the advantage from, like, if it was a specific series. So, all right. So, man, Cushy, we didn't call out the other guy, though.
Well, someone's actually asking about that. Do we, our buddy got some pretty good height, Harold. Should we call the other guy out and hand it out to him, or do you think he earned it this week?
What do you think? Is all I can think.
I mean, he's kind of begging, but he did get launched. But I'm trying to say, I saw him react. I don't know. I'm not calling our friend out this week. I think I'm going to wait. A lot of that was racing deals. Some of it was just wrong place, wrong time. But are you going to show it again? We're gonna launch him. But wow, it's a tough call. I mean, you almost want to, just for the height that he got. So why don't you do it, Harold? We aren't done yet. We're not off yet. Go ahead. There he goes. Up in the air. Okay, that's been... Go ahead and send the beast out. There you go. AJ Roderick, you asked for it, you got it. AJ Roderick's going to win the Sasquatch Award. Anybody that gets that kind of height and that kind of spin cycle absolutely deserves the Sasquatch Award. So we'll be mailing one out to you, buddy. You also can put your sticker now on your truck as big as you want, because look at that height. That's just beautiful. We're going to play it again one more time. I'm sure AJ's still listening. I hope he is. Look at that. Liam, look at the height on that. Well above. That's like gold medal height right there. If this was the high jump, Harold, he'd have cleared it by 4 feet.
Yeah,
that's beautiful. It's just beautiful. So, AJ Roderick, congratulations. You did win. Look at that. That's gold medal right there. That's a gold medal. And you will get a gold medal. You'll get that beautiful gold medal coin right there with one to go in the front and Sasquatch on the back. So that'll wrap it up for me, Harold, now that we've seen our buddy come out.
All right. So Swerve and Irvin talked about don't bet you the points leader. That's up to the betting the points. I betted on the elite guys and was paid up. So checking that points, I put myself back in the lead. It was kind of a joke between the three, me, Bell, and Hunter, because we're all three on watching all the time, and therefore we get the most points for being on every night. So it's kind of hard for me not to be, because I broadcast all three. So I'm on all the time. So, all right. So for Harold Arner from Wendigo Studios and Ken Kushwa, we'll see you guys next week at the All-Star Race. We'll see you the next turn.
What an exciting race brought to you by Wendigo Studios. Here they come out of turn 4 to the white flag, and it's 1 to go. Thank you to all our sponsors, drivers, and viewers. We'll see you at the next turn.